What's going on, guys? Bojo672 coming to you guys with a video right now. So I want to talk about Pro Football Focus has named all their best offensive lines for 2019. So let me go over this list as the Eagles are #1 offensive line in football going into 2019. The Dallas Cowboys are actually second on the list, right behind the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, why are the Eagles #1 on the named the best offensive line in the league? I'll tell you why. Not just because of the starters, it's because of depth. The key word is depth, okay? So let's start out. Jason Peters at left tackle. His last year as a Philadelphia Eagle. His last year playing in the league. He will retire after this year. And, hopefully we can go out this year with a bang and a very good one for his last year, okay? So very excited to see Jason Peters back on the field. At left guard, you have Isaac Seumalo. That beat the longtime veteran Stephen Wisniewski out of his job last year after week 5 of the season. Now, we kind of questioned, why did he beat Stephen Wisniewski? Stephen Wisniewski played left guard for us in 2017, helped us win a Super Bowl. Then you go to one of the most underrated centers in the league, Jason Kelce. Howie Roseman took care of that, gave him more guaranteed money, will be with us for a few more years. A battle-born, has broken elbows. Last year he broke his elbow. He was hurt last year, which I didn't even know. He was contemplating on retiring, but it was a in the moment type thing when he was all hurt and he was like, maybe I should retire after this year, but he wants to stay. So the Eagles extended him, gave more guaranteed money. At right guard, you have Brandon Brooks. Got an Achilles injury in the divisional playoff game against the Saints. Doing fine now. Should be back week 1. Brandon Brooks was acquired in 2016 from the Houston Texans. Well, we didn't trade with them. They let him go, and we acquired him, and he is a Pro Bowl right guard, one of the best right guards in the league. And then you have at right tackle Lane Johnson, which Lane Johnson's the best right tackle. I don't care what anyone says. The best right tackle in football. Guaranteed. Then you have all this depth. You have guys undrafted that could make this team. You have guys like Ryan Bates, the former Penn State tackle. And there was a big article a month or two ago where Ryan Bates says the more positions you know, the better you can play. And Ryan Bates could play left guard, right guard, and left tackle. Guy could play 3 positions. Guy could play a lot of positions. And I can't wait to see what he does in preseason, with these preseason games coming up, and just see what he could do. Because I think these were he was a draftable guy this year, but there was so much defensive line was very heavy. 3 linebackers got drafted. It was a very heavy draft in defense this year, so offensive line was very not too key in this draft. Well, Matt Pryor's another guy we drafted a couple years ago out of TCU. Played with Halapoulivaati Vaitai, and Doug Peterson and Howie Roseman talked very highly of Matt Pryor playing both guard spots. Then you have Halapoulivaati Vaitai, Big V. That won the Super Bowl with us in 2017. Jason Peters tore his ACL after week 4 or 5. He came in. He did fantastic. And he is cross-training to play, I think, right guard or right tackle. Okay? All these guys are cross-training, knowing multiple positions. Jordan Mailata, the 6'8", 350-pound rugby star, came, was drafted by the Eagles last year, and he doesn't know football at all, and showed up in a preseason game, and just not knowing what he could do. He is just his hands are so dangerous, and he has done so much, especially in preseason, to the point where, he wasn't going to start last year. He doesn't know the football sport. He's played rugby. He's never been a football player before. At 6'8", 350 pounds, this guy, if he just knows the game and gets better, this guy is going to be a star. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be ready next year, but if you're going to put him in a game, you're going to put him in a game. But as of right now, Jeff Stalin, the offensive line coach, has said that he has gotten a lot better. He knows a lot more about what's going on with the sport and football, and has done so well, okay? I can't wait. Like, his hands, oh, man. If you could just see a video of Jordan Mailata just touching somebody, he manhandles people. And Jordan Mailata has a huge future with the Philadelphia Eagles if he sticks to what he's doing, okay? That's just more depth for you. Then you have Stephen Wisniewski. He played guard for the Philadelphia Eagles all of 2017, won a Super Bowl, helped win a Super Bowl. Guy can play center. Guy can play guard. That's a very good backup. A guy that started on his team, a very good backup. He got beat by Isaac Samalo. I don't know how he got beat. Something must have happened. I don't know if it was Wisniewski got pissed off. I don't know what happened, but he is going to, I don't know. I mean, there is rumor that Steph Wisniewski could maybe, if Brand Brooks doesn't show up week 1, that he would step in at right guard if he has to. Other than that, that's really it. All these offensive linemen behind the starters, they're all cross-trained. They're all knowing more than one position. So what you're going to ask is, can these guys play in more than one position and do very well? And I think that most of these guys are going to play better at more than one position, especially if they play one position for a long time during their whole career at college, and then maybe coming in and then switching it up during OTAs, minicamp, then training camp, and then hitting the preseason games. These guys can play multiple positions, and the future is bright for this offensive line. There's so much depth. There's so much depth. Okay? You cannot put this offensive line down in 2019. You just can't. It's the best around. Okay? You look at the Dallas Cowboys. Honestly, they lose a star on the offensive line. It's a hole. It's a huge hole. You got to worry, and things happen. Things happen. It's with any team, not just Dallas Cowboys. I'll give you a great example of the Dallas Cowboy game when Tyron Smith was out that, a few games he was out. It was the first game against the Falcons. I think they were home. I don't remember. I forgot that other guy they signed that didn't do well. He gave up like 7, 8 sacks that game, and Dak Prescott was running for his life. But, hey, that's what happens when you don't have depth. When you don't have depth, you have this good talent you have on the offensive line, and you have nothing behind it. You can't plug in anybody. It is what it is. I don't care how good your quarterback is. I don't care how good your running back is. If you have a hole in that offensive line, you can't just run to one side the whole game. And that's why this Philadelphia Eagles offensive line is the best. Like I said, keyword, depth. So that's really it, guys. I just want to come up, talk to you about the offensive line. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about the offensive line going into 2019 and all the depth behind it and who you think is going to make it as backups behind it. So a lot of guys, the Eagles have one of the best, probably the #1 undrafted class that ended up going, signing with the Eagles to see if they could make the roster. So I'm very happy with that. So I'll see you guys later. Shakes caught up. Fly, fly.